Welcome to the Outlook of CP, everyone. Today we're going to talk about gifts for teachers, but first of all, I have a little bit of a project going on, which we're affectionately naming it Project Hibiscus. And I'll give you guys more information on Project Hibiscus as soon as I get more information, which will be Tuesday. For those of you that believe in higher powers and good vibes, please send me high vibes on Tuesday because I am about to Project Hibiscus. Yeah, I'll put it this way: Project Hibiscus is about to go into full swing. It's been on little scale right now. I can only do so much. Project Hibiscus is about to go into full swing as of Tuesday, and I'm meeting with my mom's family as of Tuesday because they want to support me. And basically, I've been waiting a year for this to happen. And no, I will tell you not. I will tell you this right now. My abuser, who who I've talked about publicly, will not be there. Will not be there. Her witness will be there. The witness's daughter will be there, but I have other people, including Danielle, waiting for me on the sidelines. So when I get out of this meeting, it will be good. But my abuser won't be there. She won't she wants nothing to do with me, as most abusers do once they abuse a person and get caught. But my abuser will not be there. Everyone's mad at her for what happened. Every My uncle, who's been helping me out in certain ways for a long time now, which I'm very blessed, he's extremely mad. He's also extremely mad at a person on the outside because of they took him away from me, essentially. A lawyer got all basically, let's put it this way, a lawyer got all loyally and took and didn't understand the situation. And so he on the mentally went into loyal mode and then didn't necessarily try to help but made things worse. Try try to help but made things worse, if you understand what I'm saying. So now on Tuesday, we're all coming together, myself and my mom's family, and we're going to hash out a plan for me that has to do with Project Hibiscus. And when I make my final announcement, it will be with Danielle, and some of you will be not surprised. Others will be shocked, but some of you will be not surprised. And so Project Hibiscus goes into field tilt on Wednesday, on Tuesday, and then we'll see what happens. We'll also see what happens when I officially get diagnosed with asthma. Now, granted, I have um, been given asthma medication by my doctor, which I just picked up fighting with them, after fighting with them for a good month to get back on it. And so my lungs feel a lot better. So you guys won't be hearing the coughing attack on on artwork of CP, and if Project Hibiscus happens, you guys definitely won't be hearing the coughing attack, because once I explain it to you guys will understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. But Project Hibiscus has started. It's going in stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and then stage 4, and then back to my normal life within Project Hibiscus. So just keep me in good vibes on Tuesday, and I'll let you guys know what went on Tuesday if I can. And now we're going to move on to gifts for teachers. And as you guys know, teaching was my full-time profession before I left in March because of the pandemic, and they they unfortunately in the last couple of years of me teaching, they didn't treat me well. And to put it to you this way, I'm going to tell you a story time before we go into gifts with teachers. To put it to you this way, they had me doing mindless admin work for a year, and it didn't go very far. But the the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak, is they had, well, number one, they didn't have handicaps accessible doors. Yikes. Yikes on brand new construction, which we spent over $1 million on, and I know the architects who did Country Day. And I said to them as they were doing this construction, I said, I will put my hard hat on. I will walk through this construction site with you and make sure that it's all handicapped accessible. I made my boss at one point walk down with me a fairly steep ramp. So he knew what I was facing, and he goes, wow, I didn't realize what you were facing. And then they put me in the back of a room, which is isolating. But the straw that broke the camel's back is they put me next to a copier, which you know how loud copier, you know how loud a copier is, and they just put me next to a copier, and then left me in peace. But do you know how loud the copy is? And cerebral palsy, because cerebral palsy is a neurological condition, we don't do well with loud noises. Danielle doesn't do well with loud noises either. If she doesn't, if we're not paying attention and people go boo, we shake our butt, which 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 makes people think we're nuts. Because if and people have done it to me in the past, people have gone boo, and people have scared me, and what are you doing? And then I typically land I typically my personality is take a leap, and I particularly did it with Askwin, and I've particularly done it with other projects in my life. Take a leap and then land on my feet once I take that leap and go flying through air and then land on my feet, where which I think that's the Pisces personality too, which Danielle's a Pisces, I'm a Cancer. So we're start projects, we land on our feet, means um which means we start projects, we do the research, and then we land on our feet at the end, which means Project Hibiscus is going to be one of those projects. But because of teaching and because of them not having a teaching plan for me to go back to, and they knew I was at high risk. They said, "No, we don't. No, we don't have a plan. No, we don't for you to come in. Meaning, you're just a bump on the log. We you're just a bump on the log. Goodbye." And I got that from the undertone of my ex-boss's email. So Bump on the Log said, "Okay, I'm going to a land where I'm loved and where I'm supported, and I'm going to a land with better internet access to my house." And so I said, "Bump on the Log is out the door." And they put the log in the pond, and a log, they put the lily pad in the pond, and lily pads float in the pond to the journalism field. And so, whereas bumps on the log saw dam the pond. So when you think I'm on a lily pad right now in the journalism field, whereas I was a bump on the log in this field. And so, and a lot I've been told by friends, I've been told by retired educators, a lot of educators are retiring this year just because of that's going on. And yeah, I found out this morning, and the Moby mask, and I found out this morning from a friend of mine in Canada, um, that they do make plastic mech masks, and so they do, so you can see the full-on face, and you can still have a face covering. So look up plastic mask, and then, they do make inserts, and I'm trying to find those inserts for people that have to wear lipstick to work. Yes, my stepmom. And so I'm trying to find those inserts. So if anyone can guide me to all, if anyone can guide me to the plastic mask or the inserts that you put in the mask to protect your lipstick, please let me know because that's going to be part of my mom's Christmas gift, even though she's not in education. And that being said, do not, do not give teachers, they hate this, I hate this, do not give teachers the coffee mugs. We have a lot of coffee mugs. Teachers collect coffee mugs over the years, and they just don't do it. Give And I know at my school where I taught, and I know that some schools do this, all the parents rally together and they pull up, and then the admin office divvies it up to $100 each for the teachers. But I want you guys to not only G here's an idea. You ask the teacher, you know those, Amazon wish list? You ask the teacher, um, when your kid goes back to school for Thanksgiving for after Thanksgiving break, you ask the teacher, "Send me your Amazon," or you can email them and say, "Send me an Amazon wish list of what you personally really want, or what your classroom needs. And let's do the Amazon wish list this year instead of the cost." Or you could give the teacher if they I guess you could do this with Jamba Juice for those teachers that don't drink coffee. I know there's a couple out there. I know there's a couple out there that listen, and I know there's a couple out there that don't drink coffee. I don't want them. But you just give them a gift certificate to Jamba Juice, or just point blank ask them, "What do you want?" And
Yeah.
yeah, and the other thing, yeah, point blank ask them, "What do you want?" as a gift certificate, and then you put the gift certificate in a cute little bag and do that. They would, because as I said with you before, and I know who I said it with too. I said it with a former aide of mine who used to be a teacher, and now she's back doing something else. She gave up caregiving because, not because caregiving is hard. She loved it. She just needed a more stable job. But when she was caregiving, and we talked about this, we talked about it off mic, and we spent many hours, her and I. She was the second one here when my dad died, so she knows me all too well. She witnessed that, and so but we talked about the how many coffee mugs you can collect, and she said, and I said to her publicly, and I said to you guys publicly, and if you go back and listen to when Kristen Kell is her name, and she came on my podcast and talked about autism and talked about being a full-time caregiver. And because her daughter is on the autism spectrum, one of them is. And she said to me, and I said to her publicly, and she agreed with me. I said, "Well, that $100 that you get at Christmas break, before you guys go on Christmas break," and I know we're not having Christmas holiday things this year. I know we're not, and we're not doing all that, but before you go on, and it's oh, yeah. Before you go on Christmas break, you get a small token of appreciation. Mainly, it's $100. Well, for me, that $100 goes towards my cell phone bill. So that $100 doesn't go very far. It goes towards a cell phone bill. And because my cell phone bill is my cell phone bill, and I have to pay my own cell phone bill. No one else is paying for my own cell phone bill. I used to be lucky in that respect, but now I'm not. So and that has something to do with Project Hibiscus too. And so the cell phone and the cell phone bill. But it's like, okay, you literally have $100 to give to teachers. Why not, you as parents, why not put $200 with a Starbucks gift card or Drama Juice, or ask them what they want, or just say to them, "What does your classroom really need?" Or "What do you really need personally?" And we can do a teacher's wish list, or we can or ask them to create a teacher's wish list. And yes, for those teachers out there, you can get on Amazon and create a teacher's wish list, and then you can hand them out to your parents, email it to your parents. Those of you that are teaching in person, God bless you, but some of you all, I know that. And so you need to put in a little work to make your life easier. But don't give teachers the coffee mugs, and don't give teachers the coffee mugs that say you're a great teacher. And the biggest gift for the biggest gift for teachers this year, and I know I'm going to sound crazy when I say this, is the gift of love and attention towards your child. The gift of love and attention towards your child to work together with the teacher. That's our biggest frustration ever. That's our biggest frustration ever. We are Teaching doesn't end at the end of the day. We are preparing lesson plans. We are looking stuff up on our own personal computers. We are preparing lesson plans. We are pulling 14 hours a day. We are just doing everything we can, possibly for possibly for those kids. We are giving up our weekends. We are giving up phone calls to I've been on phone calls with teachers and they've been grading papers as they've been talking to me. Yes. Yes, you know who you are. And so it's and so we give and give and give. The teaching profession gives and gives and gives. And then you have the what I like to call the helicopter parents come in and say, why isn't my child doing this? Why isn't my child doing that? Hello? Hello? Teachers are learning Zoom left, right, and center. They're learning Google Meets left, right, and center. They're doing all these all these stuff online, all these, and plus they have to wear masks now, and the Moby mask and plastic mask work, but it's like, hello? And then you come in and say you get a fight with teachers, it drives me nuts. So other than the Amazon wish list, or other than the asking what the teachers really want in their as far as gift certificates, or the biggest gift you can give to teachers in 2021, at the end of 2020, and all of 2021, and all of 2022, and all of 2023, and all of 2024, you get my drift, is just be present with your child, please. Please, 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 please. I beg of you. This is my PSA for all teachers, all parents, all individuals. Just be present with your, just be there for your child, there for the teacher, especially, especially my this is gonna make me cry now because I've been talking to teachers all across the US since before the pandemic, since February, and I've gotten New York Times articles handed to me by my stepmom who knew I was in education, and the New York Times article said how the special ed system is getting so screwed up because of Zoom and because of Google Meets and because of everything else. And so these high achieving kids who, and if you, when Jess's, um, Danielle will put Jess's episode out on here. Jess from Learning with Dyslexia, Danielle, out on here on this feed too, even though it says welcome to Ask Win on it, because I got I got schooled personally in dyslexia yesterday. I got schooled personally, and I will never take another dyslexic person for granted again. I always thought the big stigmatism about dyslexia is that you read fast. Well, what I was told, and mess up letters, what I was told yesterday is dyslexic people could be very, very, very smart. They just learn differently. They they are just learn differently, and their disability is hidden. They don't have a physical disability like Danielle and I do, but just be kind to the disabled. Just be kind to the disabled. And please, if you see a disabled person in a sticky situation near the holidays, like myself, or like Danielle, or like anyone else, please help them out. Please, one thing you can do for teachers, and te- I know people do this all the time, is they, and I'm just throwing this out there, even though I don't do it myself. And I'm going, once I get my life organized, I'm going to practice what I preach a little bit. Once Project Hibiscus is underway, I can practice what I preach a little bit. A lot of the people during the holiday season, um, those who stop at Starbucks buy the next vehicle up a drink. So please, please, please consider that. But the biggest thing is number one, the gift cards. Number two, the Amazon um, wish list. Number three, the giving teachers extra amount of money if you can, if you can. I know that things are wholly spoiled this year in the education system. So if you can, but the bigger one is not fighting your child's education, and extra is buying that teacher a drink and asking them as what they want as far as gift cards. Now, next week, we're going to do gifts for caregivers. Thank you very much. Gifts for caregivers. And I'm going to tell a story that my dad would be proud of me telling. It's not him. It's not me throwing him under the bus by any means. And so, and my mom, I believe, did this too. So we can get into that story next week. And I have to do it again this year. I don't know how I'm going to do I don't know how I'm going to do this year in general, but I don't know how I'm going to do my trek this year. I'll I'll figure that one out on my end. Don't worry, you guys. But I will. I next week we're doing gifts for caregivers. Then we're doing gifts for podcasters, and then we're doing a life update because by then I'll have Project Hibiscus well under control enough where I can recruit people to help me based upon my social media presence. And yes, and so gifts for caregivers, gifts for podcasters, and then life update. And then we roll into 2020. And Danielle, when do you want to do the wishes for 20? Did I just say we roll into 2020? Yeah, 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 yeah. No, no. Take that back and just let me take my tongue back. We roll into 2021. See, this is how bad I want 2020 to be over, you guys. This is how bad I want 2020 to be over, and I think all listening agree with me. Oh, yeah, yeah. This is a bad. Now Danielle's laughing at me hysterically because I said 2020. As we roll into 2021, take my tongue back and 7 a.m. And so Sorry, you guys, I don't have any filters on. I'm trying to keep the filters on, but I'm so excited for 2021 that it's gonna be a strong year for all of us, and
Yeah.
to raise above the haze and the smoke of 2019 and 2020 combined. And for those of you that lost a parent in 2019 and then had 2020 on top of it, you know what I'm talking about. And for those of you who were just dealing with the craziness of 2020, you know what I'm talking about too. There's two separate buckets I'm talking about. Yeah. So as we roll in, and I don't want to combine the two, as we roll into 2021, Danielle, what day do you want to do wishes for 2021, and what day do you want to do the New Year's Eve slash New Year's Day episode on Ask Gwen and the artwork of CP?
No, no, before the new year.
Sometime before the new year. So we're going to discuss that via text, and we'll let you guys know. But for right now, the lineup is gifts for caregivers, gifts for podcasters, a life update, and then 2021 wishes, and then we'll roll into 2021 when we sometime before the new year. And I won't say we will this will be the last time I will say this. We'll roll out of 2020 into 2021 and make 2021 the best year yet. How about
Yeah.
make 2021 the best year yet? Because, as I said, for those of you that lost a loved one, even a funny loved one at that, for those of you that lost a loved one in 2019, you know what I'm talking about. Eesh. The Grief Club is the Grief Club is one club that I didn't want to be a member of. I've been a member of that for 10 years, and certainly the Orphan Club is a club that I didn't want to have a golden key to. I've been a member of the Orphan Club for 1 year, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Luckily, I have um, friends and family, including Danielle, that could help me, and I don't feel like I'm an orphan per se, but when you Google the term orphan, yeah, someone made me do that on May 19th. They go, "When do you know what an orphan is? Can you Google it?" And I'm like, ay, 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 don't make me Google the day my dad dies. What's orphan? I'm like, I know what orphan is. I don't want to read that terminology on Google. And so, no, I didn't want to read the terminology on Google. But with the person's support, I did. And I'm like, ay, 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 bad idea. Bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. It's a ticket that I want to throw out, and I want and Project Hibiscus is coming in 2021 and at the latest 2022 if all things go according to plan on Tuesday. So, Danielle, do you want to say anything else?
Yeah. No, no, uh, yeah.
And I'm going to say this publicly to Danielle. Do you know we have people listening to Starts with CP, which happens to be on the Ask Gwen feed every Tuesday morning because of you, Missy. Because
No.
of you. They don't necessarily I got told that the other day, and I was like, "Okay, okay, but my partner in crime is getting more frustrated. But I got told that by the other day, and I haven't been on a couple podcasts to you guys, so you guys will hear those come out and make me share. They made me deep dive and share my story. But I got told that the other day by a fan of ours, and I'm like, 105 gets more press than I do, and I've been told that and Partner in Crime hangs out behind the scenes. She's not out there in the spotlight.
Yeah.
So you were trying to say and I keep cutting you off. And go ahead.
Eh, eh, no, yes.
Oh, it is Monday. She's correcting me. Oy, my days are blending into one, you guys. My days are blending into one. So Swords with CP is Mondays. The interviews are Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thank you. And
Yeah.
we're going to mix Swords with CP up on as of January. I haven't told you guys this, but when we do the January wishes episode for 2021, I'm going to tell you the format of the podcast that Danielle and I have been discussing. And as I said, if you guys want us to cover any topics related to cerebral palsy or have me interview anyone that you can, please let me know. Please put me in a group. Put Danielle because Danielle does the scheduling. Put Dan. The easiest way, you guys, is to put Danielle and myself in with you all like, in the in a group text message and put at the top, ask when, nominate person, and put them in the group text message as well. The artwork of CP. Here's what I want you guys to talk about. Here's what I find fascinating about cerebral palsy. Could you do a deep dive? So let's make this let's try and make this a little bit more fan interactive in January now that we're coming out of the fog of 2019. As I said, if you lost a band, you know that fog, or even if you lost a fur child, fur baby, you know that fog as well. And so now that we're coming out of the fog of 2019, and especially the fog of 2020, just what's happening in the world, we can focus on a little bit more of content creation and making this world a better place. Danielle, do you want to lead us out?
Yeah. Yeah. No, no, uh, yeah. Uh,
Thank you for following us, you guys. And next week will be gifts for caregivers, um, old and young alike. And so, yeah, next week will be gifts for caregivers, and then we'll have gifts for journalism and podcasters, and then we'll have the life update as well. So thank you for following us. And if you don't see me on Tuesday on social media, I'm fine. I'm just working on Project Hibiscus behind the scenes slash keeping up with school. So if you only hear me say good morning on Tuesday, that is because I'm so focused on Project Hibiscus and school. And so, yes. And so, thank you for following us. Have a wonderful Sunday. And for those of you that are celebrating Thanksgiving apart from your family, there's always Zoom. Or for those of you that are lucky to have family come up to you, which I am, I am very, very lucky that my stepsister and boyfriend are coming up to me. And so I am going to celebrate with them. And for those of you who are celebrating Thanksgiving just a little bit early, happy Thanksgiving and let's make 2021 the best year yet, you guys. Thanks to you guys. Bye, you guys.
Bye.